Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another episode of Apolojustice, Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we convicted our mentor, Christoph Gavin, of the murder of Shady Smith, and now we are practically out of a job because he was our employer, so we are kind of out of a job right now, but Mr. Wright, totally invited us to, his agency, so we're gonna go ahead and see what that's all about, even though we punched him last episode for that, but... yeah, now we're gonna be moving on into Turnabout Corner. Also, I very much apologize if you can hear cicadas in the background. They are in full swing right now. Let's go. As long as we draw breath, the wheel of fate turns. Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops... What is this? What is this 3D? You die. What is this 3D? What are these 3D graphics? June 15th, 9:12 a.m. Wright & Cole offices. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial. And I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here, honest. Here being the legendary Wright & Co. law offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. Huh?
Hello there! You found the right place! Welcome!
What's with this girl?
Well now, shall we begin?
Begin what?
Right, first things first. Any special talents?
Talents?
Yes, well, you must have at least one.
Well, I guess, defending?
Defending? An unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course.
You think so?
Let's give it a go, shall we?
Huh?
Go ahead, show me, defend. Just give it all you got, don't hold back now.
What are you talking about? I can't just defend here.
First lesson.
I'm so sorry. I thought I heard like thunder. It's just a very loud plane. Whatever.
First lesson. A professional can perform anywhere.
Thanks.
We want people to be laughing with us, not at us.
Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all.
What? What exactly do you think you came here to do?
What? Defend, no?
Excuse me, but do you know where you are?
Huh? The Wright & Co. law offices, right?
Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first.
Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge.
Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes.
Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning.
Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again.
What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. What does it say, Wright Talent Agency?
Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician.
It all came flooding back. The trial, that girl.
Hello, sir. Please pick a card.
That's right, she's my daughter. Trucy Wright.
Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name?
Apollo Justice, attorney at law. So, is this really a talent agency?
You bet! Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now.
2 people? Does that include you?
Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I'm a professional, you know.
Right.
Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extras. I can't speak.
Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano?
Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic.
At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. So, you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter?
That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy. Get it?
No.
I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree?
15? How old is Mr. Wright?
Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year.
I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. No, because he didn't have a daughter when we played, so...
Huh? You know about that?
Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal.
So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance.
Daddy, right. That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in.
Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital.
The hospital?
Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better.
What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit.
Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close.
Right. Well, I'll be going now, and I'll, give the showbiz gig some thought, okay?
Wait, I'll go with you!
That's a very interesting setup for a hospital bed. So this is Mr. Wright's hospital. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, are you the doctor?
Yep, Dr. Hickfield's in it.
What?
Good morning, Doctor.
No, 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 no.
Is this Daddy's room?
Oh yeah, said he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? No, no, no. The nurse was looking for you. Well, I guess I'll be off then. Later, Trucy. Get this man out of the office. Get this man out of the office. Mr. Wright. What the fuck are you doing in here? So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me toss 33 through the air, only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He really is lucky, as they say. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child.
Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore.
But she'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius.
Aww.
You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So, why'd you contact me? What could the Wright talent agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this.
Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway?
Well, yeah, of course. Help! We're in big trouble at the office. Big! I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital.
That's right, Daddy. How are we gonna pay this month's rent and the groceries?
Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again.
No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us, Polly.
Huh? What? No, it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say.
You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker.
Now it's time to reel him in. It's official. I'm scared. Mr. Gavin, I want my job back. Ah, yes, here. Take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indo-Chinese pasta joint, Al dente's. Al dente's? Al dente? The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Well, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh?
Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Even the ones that aren't very funny.
Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident, too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So he's gonna make me investigate this after all. Okay. Anything to present? No. We should be fine to go back then. June 15th, 10:05 a.m., Wright Talent Agency.
Good morning.
Sounds like your pops had a bit of a rough spot, eh?
All's well that ends well, I guess.
This is our client? Hey, so this is that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes, the name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed like ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed, my keep's been kept, my noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle?
You know Mr. Aldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly?
No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. And you know the best noodles in town, Aldo's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trixie doll.
This is Mr. Guy Aldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Aldoon.
Anything for you, Trixie doll. So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Aldoon? Guy Aldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for a year and a half. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodlemen for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons.
That's a pretty old noodle.
Aye, and the fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh. There was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy.
So, it was like destiny that you became what you are.
Right, destiny is the word. Whoa, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So last year I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Aldoon's Noodles. So tell me more about Aldoon's Noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty, why they're saltier than, well, salt. Now I really don't want to find out.
Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand.
He frequented my pops' stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish I could, Sonny. Huh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bulb out now.
What do you mean?
It was stolen! My stand! Gone! Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. That's very impressive.
It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints.
Now you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then, this morning, dark and early, it was gone! My keep! My castle! Whoa! Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too.
That's the saddest thing I've heard all day.
You know it. Anyhows, that's the deal. Good luck. Huh? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand! Find it! And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty 2 bowls would kill a man. Then I'd really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves.
Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo.
Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Now listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel.
I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen.
Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery?
Well, someone stole a pair of my panties.
Panties? The frick? So they were, stolen your,
My panties, yes.
Right. Panties. That's a crying shame, that is, Jersey doll.
I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry. When a thief came and took them, my favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back! I shouted, wait!
Well, that was certainly brave of you.
But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do.
A darn crying shame. Yep.
Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map.
I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. And you help out Jersey doll here too, you hear?
Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases.
I guess.
Let's see where we stand.
Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list.
Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit and run accident. We have to find the one who hit him.
Who's gonna pay us for this again?
And the second item, Mr. Aldoon's request to find his stolen stand.
For which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles.
And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties.
That bowl of noodles is looking better and better.
Let's go, Polly, to the streets.
Aren't you enthusiastic?
How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me.
I guess we might as well get started. Let's see, a hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. The amount of times that I've had to say panties is way too much. June 15th, accident scene. So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car?
According to the map, this is the place.
What a huge mansion. Feels like Chinatown.
Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her.
Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too.
Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something?
Whoa! Husky? Husky?
That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Ooh, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kataki family mansion, little girl.
Huh? You, kid with the hair. You want something? Me? No, not a thing. Bye.
Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something?
But the Kitaki family. They're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. If you're gonna ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Right.
Yay! Way to whip him into shape, ma'am.
Does she know no fear? I'm Plum Kitaki, wife of the fourth head of the Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Oh, if looks could kill, this woman could be a mass murderer by now.
Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so...
Yes. Whoa!
What is it, Apollo?
How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy?
Huh? That seems like a bit of a needless procedure.
I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters.
Oh, that means you're the bad guys!
Trucy, through me! Please! I'm begging you here! The bad guys. I like the sound of that. I'm gonna need some warm tea after this. It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys.
So you're saying that business is in a slump?
Let's not ask about this business if we can help it, please. There was a car accident here last night.
Last night?
Of course, you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you. Wait. Yes? You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away.
That's my daddy!
I should have known! One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man.
Capo? Point man?
Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo? In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Cleaning up this paint? Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident? It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise and found your father drowning in a sea of paint.
So you came to his rescue?
You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see. I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me.
But why are you out here cleaning it up?
What do you mean?
I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you?
Please, go through me when you want it. Don't be such a stiff lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image. Yes. But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see? How noble of him. I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the, garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with. Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can. Oh, shit. Okay. There's paint splash all over this gate. What a mess.
Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit my daddy?
That's right. And I'm left to clean up the mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you?
Of course! Then you can make them clean up their own mess.
You're cute. Naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess.
Ooh, I wish I could say cool things like that. I'll bet you do.
I'd laugh if my teeth weren't chattering so hard. Oh, I love voicing Plum. I'm not doing the husky voice because I don't think I can do that, but...
Wow, what a big house! And the gate is so big.
The Kitaki family is pretty big around these parts.
I like the fox. It's so cute.
That's our family crest from the old country.
Your family crest?
We're clever as the fox, and our teeth are sharp.
So it's like a motto. You need a crest too, Apollo. Oh, how about the scales of justice or a lunar ladder?
I'll pass, thanks. I forget, shit, hold on. Is it, okay, yeah. Oh, who's that? She's looking at the park.
She's pretty. I bet she has a story, you know?
There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. Sorry. What the hell is going on here? What is this? Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate.
I smell an incident.
Ma'am, there's no entry to the park.
Now, don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home.
Please get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park.
You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. He got mad at me.
Did something happen here, officer? Huh? Oh, no. Move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Oh, hey. Detective.
Why is she wearing a lab coat?
You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are? Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers.
Why don't you kids run along and play someplace else?
Look, we're not...
Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydroxyletamine and the random word? Come again? What's hydroxy stuff?
Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy.
Try to keep out of the riffraff, would you?
I'm sorry.
Try to keep out of the riffraff if you would.
Yes, ma'am. How are we gonna get more information like this?
Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street?
Oh, yes, that nice woman.
It's in the trash can.
There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out.
A detective's life sure is a hard one.
I'm an attorney, actually. Huh?
2 pieces of garbage with paint on them.
These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital.
Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car?
It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone.
Wait, you don't think...
I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright.
Wow, and he took off its mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which one do you want to take?
Can I ask you a question?
What?
What happened in the park across the street?
Oh, yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago... huh? Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too.
You're kidding!
What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen in your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly.
She said it's a private matter. You want to hear about the private matter? Huh? I got a bad feeling about this.
Me, Little Plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher.
What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen?
Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. If it wasn't you, was it?
No, of course not. Mercy.
I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common.
It's hard to imagine Trucy's and Miss Kataki's panties having something in common. I just imagine Miss Kataki's panties.
I know, we'll find your bloomers too. Great! Show me what you're made of.
What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy?
What?
That girl from before.
Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, Mother.
She's a Kitaki too?
Miss! Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency?
Anything agency?
Yeah. Do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice.
Attorney?
Drop by your office. We'll be waiting.
Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer?
I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help.
She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I feel like I played Trucy kind of like Pinkie Pie, in a way. I think we're good on everything for right now. June 15th, scene of the stand theft. So, what's this place?
This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly.
Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I could see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already.
Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there.
You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place, a hospital? There's a sign. Maractus Clinic.
Oh! That's where the thief went!
The thief?
The one who snatched my panties! He ran into this clinic last night! Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties!
I doubt it.
Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate!
Ah, there you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet?
No, not yet.
The longer you loaf around here, the saltier a victory bowl gets. Just remember that.
This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. So, your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was it?
Aye, passed down from father to son. That stand's seen and shares salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say.
I bet high blood pressure does too. So, your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was stolen.
Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, Sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend.
No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo.
Isn't it about time he bought a new one anyway? Are there any more details you can give me about the stand?
You bet, Sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always. Crying the town, I was. The smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon.
I guess he's not aiming for that late night market.
I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease. Then I went inside.
When did you notice it had been stolen?
Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early.
Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast?
I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being.
They took everything?
All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams.
At least they left one bowl. Look, they're on the ground.
If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl. My last bowl.
Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. You also had the bowl on your head, sir.
That's it! That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to!
That's a crying shame, that is. If they have to steal, make it my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties.
The garage, right? You don't think the thief lives here, do you?
I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor.
Do I detect a little animosity here?
Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly.
Well, I suppose we probably could. Do we want to examine here a little bit, though? Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon?
Hey, that there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's Noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon it's gonna taste just like noodles.
Wow, it does smell like noodles.
All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back for me, Sonny boy. I'm begging you.
Bum, bum.
No. That's quite a sign. I take it that's no as opposed to old.
Ah, you like it? I made it myself, I did. Meant to write noodles, but ran out of space.
Prior planning prevents poor performance.
Luckily for me, it spells a word all by itself, and spruces up my image, it does.
It does have a certain power of willful denial thing going for it. No!
Oh, it's a dog. Look, a doggy! Good boy, good boy. Salty.
I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy.
Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon, and it's a she, by the way.
Spoon doesn't seem so lively.
She didn't get her bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing.
Apollo, let's find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake.
I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. There's a handwritten sign here. Save the light.
Save the light indeed. Mr. Noodle's house.
Mr. Noodles? Really? Mr. Eldon's house is practically in the dark here. I guess the hospital clinic next door blocks the sunlight.
Everything's gone wrong since I built this monstrosity. Broth needs a sun or it rots. What's a man to do? They just want my customers to get food poisoning so they can turn a petty profit.
That seems like a lot of trouble to go through for an extra few pennies. I mean, for a few extra patients, sorry. I am tired, I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. I'm not entirely sure why, I'm just tired.
That doorway sure is sparkly.
The Maractus Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. They must be quite profitable.
Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today?
Shit. That's not what I meant to do. Aldun's house. June 15th, the Maractus Clinic garage.
This is the place. This is where that panty snatcher ran.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues to a panty snatching. Clues, like a pair of panties.
Trucy? Could you try not saying panties so many times? So that I don't have to say it that many times? I mean, listen, I'm the one voicing you guys. There's something about this car.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, there it is. That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Apparently there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved into the tailpipe. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving this case.
Wow!
I remember that case rigger whenever I'm checking out a car, and I always check the tailpipe.
Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I guess.
Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey! There's something in there!
What?
Wait a second. Are these your...
Ah! My panties!
What? Already?
Wow, thank you, Apollo! You're a genius! Amazing!
No, really, don't mention it.
No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties.
What are those? Also, please don't say that about me. You're gonna put them on? Now?
Watch closely now. See? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da!
Whoa! Where'd that come from? How'd that bulge in your panties?
My panties are an extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks.
Magic panties?
They love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly.
You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner. Well, that's one case closed at least.
What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade.
Oh, right. Something tells me we're not finished searching this garage, anyway. What's that? It looks like a phone. Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here.
We should bring it to him later. Hey, look at that!
The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue.
What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. Are you keeping a clue from me? You aren't keeping a clue from me, are you, Polly?
A clue? Let's see. I think I do have just the clue you've got in mind. My clue is this.
Whoa! It's the same color and size and everything! A perfect match!
I guess we could check it out.
2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo! Doesn't this go on a car?
It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Well, looks like we've just solved a case.
So the car that hit Daddy last night
Is sitting right in front of us. Yep.
Wow, you put the pro in professional, Apollo.
Gee, thanks, Trucy.
Apollo!
Huh? What is it?
Now that we solved this case, we should go report it to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him.
Okay. He doesn't seem the type to mope, though. And this is hardly a case worth reporting. Alright, I actually think that's where we're going to stop for today. Let's go ahead and roll the end card.
Objection! You haven't hit like and subscribe yet! Hold it! You forgot to ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload! Take that! Click here to watch more of my videos! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!